Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new data mine from Temporal. He has found 3 additional maps on top of the exposure map that we already knew about within the game files that may or may not be planned for Season 1. So we're going to take a look at the names of these maps, the working names, and try to figure out exactly what they could be. Now, just to answer all of your guys' worries about me, a few hours ago I posted a video of a VR experience I recently had where I got nuked on an island off the coast of Australia, and a lot of people were asking, Ghost, why are you posting a nuclear bomb? I hope you're okay, Ghost. Some people just said, but why? And well, it's just a little tradition of mine. Every week I get up and there's no additional content for Battlefield 2042. We all have our coping mechanisms. You may decide to play another game, maybe you load up Elden Ring, or you go back and visit one of the previous Battlefield games like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 5. Me, I like to stand on a deserted island and nuke myself. Anyway, to each their own. So as I mentioned earlier, Temporal has of course found 3 additional unreleased maps or references for those maps in the game files, and the maps are called Drained, Lights Out, and Docklands. So these are working titles for the map. This is not the final title, as the exposure map that is most likely going to be coming in Season 1, that actually had the working title of the name Ridge, but it does give us a few clues as to what these maps may be all about, because usually the working name is something to do with like the geometry of the map or the Levolution event, or something that really highlights that particular map. So here's a bit of speculation from Temporal. All he's found, by the way, in the game files are the names of the map. You can't really tell much more about them than that, but Drained could refer to a drained lake or a river. The official art book features a similar looking image that you can see here. Lights Out, that might hint towards a barracks or a prison, perhaps a new take on Operation Locker. I know a lot of people have been screaming for an infantry-only map, something similar to Operation Locker. Hell, even a remake of Operation Locker or Metro would be fine at this point. Just something without vehicles so that people who enjoy infantry without vehicle play can head over there and have a good time. And the third one, of course, Docklands. That may be a portal map like Port Valdez or Panama Canal from Bad Company 2. My hope personally is that they're going to release 4 maps for us with Season 1, because as Westy posted recently on Twitter, we are seriously lacking on content. So he says, the amount of post-launch maps for Battlefield games delivered by roughly 5 months after launch, which is where we're at right now, Battlefield 3 had 4 maps, Battlefield 4 had 12 maps, BF1 had 5, BF5 had 2, and Battlefield 2042 has 0 new maps. Nada. Nothing. Not a one. DICE are really going to have to deliver on Season 1, both in terms of fixes for the game, new features for the game, and content for the players to dig into. Now, as you guys may have seen in previous videos, Temporal has been busy data mining over the past few weeks and months, and he has found a bunch of unreleased stuff. He's found tons of unreleased weapons, unreleased vehicles, and now these 3 additional unreleased maps on top of the exposure map that he found previously. So my hope is that all of these things are in the game files for a reason, and they are heading into Season 1, and we're actually going to get a decent amount of content. That being said, of course, that is purely speculation. It could well be that these are maps that have been scrapped. Maybe they were initial ideas, they just left those things in the game files. However, I do find it more likely than not that these things are going to see the light of day at some point. Now, recently we also got a look at some of the map changes that they were planning to make to specifically Kaleidoscope and Renewal, and here's a bit of better look at the G1 objective on Kaleidoscope, and you will notice that it looks eerily similar to the A1 objective in the Pearl Market map from Battlefield 4. It almost looks like they've basically reused this asset. DICE are well known for doing that. In fact, all gaming companies doing that. There's nothing weird about really, repurposing an asset from a previous game, sort of changing the textures for it and bringing it into a new engine. If it's a good room to fight over, if it's a good point on an objective, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Personally, I remember lots of little good infantry firefights inside that particular structure, so hopefully that's going to be good in Battlefield 2042 as well. In any case, it's nice to see that they're actually looking back at things that did work from previous games that did work and putting that into Battlefield 2042. That being said, when is the next patch coming? DICE did say in their 3.3 update that the next update is presently scheduled to arrive in early April. Today, at the time this video is being made, it is the 6th of April. I would refer to that as early April, but you could also stretch that as far as, you know, maybe past the 10th. Anything past the 10th, and I'm sorry guys, you're getting into mid-April territory there, so we better hear an update soon, and it better not be June boom soon or any of that nonsense. I don't think we'll hear anything this week, since just last week we got the map updates, but hopefully next week we're going to get some sort of a blog post that's going to go over all of those changes coming in the April patch in more detail. That should include VoIP, it should include the vehicle changes, and it should include the scoreboard being present at the end of round screen. With that said guys, that's it. I'm going to leave it there for now. Let me know down below how you guys like to unwind from the lack of content in Battlefield 2042. Do you know, if you don't get nuked like I do, what do you guys do? Because I'm open to suggestions. Let me know what you think about the maps and everything else in the video as always. If you enjoyed, leaving a like is a massive help. Feel free to subscribe for more Battlefield content. You can also chat away to me on Twitch if that's your cup of tea. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.